Well, here he is. Here's Todd Mitchell. He's
What's up,
jumping in.
boys?
Hey, Todd.
Hey, guys.
Todd, this is Jay. You guys have never met as far as I know.
No. How's it going, man? Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Todd is here to talk about some gaming stuff for us. If you don't know who Todd is and you've watched any of our podcasts, you're out of your mind. Because he led the old Nightfall Unlimited, the podcast, when we had the old crew. And I've been on his podcast a couple of times, talking comics mostly, because I'm famous for
we found ways to make it work, and it was very popular, I guess.
Yeah, it was good times. Jay, I wanted you to get in on that show too, but maybe we'll have to do that again sometime, Todd.
I got time. Season 3 starting up here in September,
There we
and
go.
I'm starting to line up guests, so anytime.
Sounds good to me. And Todd, your podcast. So go ahead and plug. Tell them the title. Tell them everything.
Okay, so in short form, I run the GameDev Breakdown podcast. You can just think of it as GameDev Talk. If you are interested in game development or have ever been involved in hobby game development, anything like that, it's fun, and this isn't a boast because the main attraction is the guests. I have all kinds of authors, game developers, anybody I can find involved in creation of games, and I pick their brain. And if people have questions for them, I relay those questions, and we have a good time. It's been a lot of fun. We just finished up season 2, and just today we were shouted out as one of the 9 best game dev podcasts by Ask GameDev on YouTube, which has been just blows me away. It's so touching, so very nice, and it's a good
And you
feeling.
were first mentioned, which is super cool.
Yeah, well, I was worried because somebody tagged me on Twitter with my name under it, and I thought they were kind of just being nice, like, go get him, Tiger, one day you'll be on these lists, you know? And so Erica's with me, she's watching it, and I'm like, I am not sure I'm going to be, oh, there we are.
And I even got a shout out. How did that even happen?
You worked your way into that video clip in the 45 seconds they talked about it, and I couldn't be more happy to see your name in there.
You know what I'm happy about is they said my name right.
They did. They got it right. Yeah, sounded good. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that. Really made me. It's been famous for what do they say? Universe building or world, something like that.
Yeah, they said
Universe
something like
and yeah, I'm famous if you didn't know.
So.
But anyway, so Todd, what do you got going on?
Okay, so you hit me up about a gaming update for the show, which I thought was great. I love stopping in and talking about this stuff. So I rounded up one new release for each major platform, and we'll talk about what they are. You can tell me if you've heard about them, have any interest in them. The first one, I don't think you even have a Nintendo Switch, do you?
No, but you know what? I probably will come Christmas time. We went to GameStop recently. I've reserved a copy of Gears 5.
Yeah.
And the kids got on the old demo, and now they're bugging me about it. They were playing Kirby. So
Kirby, yeah.
I'll be getting one. Yeah.
I don't think there's a bad Kirby game in existence.
I don't think so. I think you're right.
What everybody's freaking out about right now is Super Mario Maker 2.
Oh.
You've probably seen some viral videos about it. Everybody's making their levels, playing their friends' levels, sharing their codes online. It's actually pretty cool. I don't want to play it because I am a game designer, and that's the last thing I want to do at the end of the day. But it's very cool to have this thing where even if you're just a player, it's like a new Mario game that's just never going to stop releasing content. You'll just always have new levels to play. Like I said, it's great for clips and sharing that stuff. And so I think they got a winner on their hands, and that's out as of earlier this month.
I can't even think about the money I'm going to drop on a Nintendo Switch in the next few months. Oh.
It is... It's tough because things don't really go less than full price on the Nintendo Switch for a long time.
Any of the Nintendo stuff, I was like trying to juke them by, hey, I've got a GameCube. We can buy a GameCube. So I looked at Mario Party, and they're still $40.
Yeah, Super Nintendo, still the full $200. That's right.
Anyway.
The other Switch thing is Marvel Ultimate Alliance is, let's see, it just came out too. And it's Switch exclusive. This killed me.
Yeah.
The rest of the series you can play on anything, including your microwave, and now you can't play Ultimate Alliance 3 unless you... I don't want to play it on the Switch. I don't think it's going to run very well there.
Where's my Xbox One version? I mean, I played the first two on the Xbox One, and I played them multiple times, and I'd love to play. I started playing the first one recently again, and I heard there was another one coming out, and then they're like, "Oh, it's Switch only." And like,
I did
all
that
right.
too. I revisited number 2. They actually just re-released them on the Xbox One.
That's how I was playing it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought never would they do this if this was going to be Switch exclusive, and here we are. So I don't know what to tell anybody. I probably won't end up playing it for that reason.
Yeah.
So I'll move us on to Xbox One. You mentioned Gears 5. That's my pick for Xbox One. Gears 5, the tech test, whatever you want to call that. They usually call it something like a public beta, but they did one last weekend. They're going to do another one this weekend. So if you want to try Gears 5 and you don't have Xbox Game Pass, get Xbox Game Pass. It's pretty cheap. You get a bunch of cool games now, and you'll get Gears 5 as soon as it launches.
If I do that, I'll be in big trouble then. That's my son's favorite games are Gears. I had to reserve 2 copies of it, but it's in September, so it's not too far off. Maybe we'll just wait.
I tell you, I don't know what the exact price of Game Pass is. It was like $3, $5, something like that per month.
Well, that's not much.
And you get to play Gears the day it comes out. I got to play Forza as soon as it came out, which was great. And then there are a bunch of other games. Like if you have Game Pass, you can play Blazing Chrome, which is a new like retro style Contra type game. That's on there too. So I recommend people check Blazing Chrome out as well. If you want a full game on the Xbox, you can play right now.
Sounds cool.
Moving down to PS4, there's basically nothing. There is not a lot happening on PS4 right now. I looked on Metacritic, and there's one new release listed with a score of a 76 coming out this week, and I thought, I'm not even going to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
I mean, I'm confused. My group of gamers is split, and I think I have a bigger group that's on the PS4 versus the Xbox One, and my core friends like you and a few other ones, Dan Sheehan and Edgar, are all on Xbox, but I've got this other crew that's on the PlayStation and swears by the PlayStation. Like somebody was trying to convince me to go play Resident Evil 6 with them. I'm like, I'm not buying another version of that game, first of all. And second of all, why don't you get an Xbox? Then we'll play. And, oh, no, I'm a PS4 only, but PS4, I only play baseball on that.
Yeah, I have this problem with Xbox and PC. I've got PC friends. Not everybody wants to maintain a PC beefy enough to play these games. I totally get that. Absolutely. I just have to run beefy software anyway, so I tend to keep up with it. But people who like the Xbox, I totally get it. I really wish I had a PS4 when Spider-Man came out. That seemed like it was awesome.
Yeah, I still need to play that. We just got a comment said because PlayStation has the best exclusives. Gears of War is exclusive to the Xbox. Thank you.
There are plenty of reasons to play either one. I don't have a real strong favorite because I was an old PS1 player. I'm a big fan of that. It's hard to play favorites between those consoles.
It is. I mean, I started with PS1, and when it comes to the newer gen type stuff, because obviously we started with Nintendo and Genesis and all that, but as far as the PlayStation versus Xbox, I started with PlayStation 2. I didn't get an Xbox till 2005, right before the Xbox 360 came.
Oh, that's right. I remember. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only got it to play Knights of the Old Republic, which is an Xbox exclusive. So
yeah, they've slowly. We talked about this. They put Knights of the Old Republic on the iPhone.
Yeah,
at some point.
Yeah, it's in the Apple Store because I actually had it on the iPad as well.
Yeah, what a time to be alive. So
yeah,
this is the future. It's not too bad. So since we talked about PC, the craze right now with PC is, for a long time we had these battle royale games, Fortnite, PUBG.
Yeah.
Now we're moving into something called auto chess games. Auto chess games are where you've got all these little warriors or creatures. Think of them like Pokemon. You basically pick out a little army and battle with the opposing army, and they're actually very strategic, very complicated games, hard to learn, but they are super fun. So they're becoming real popular on like Twitch, YouTube, and I think that's going to be the future of competitive gaming for people who don't like shooters.
That's good because we need something like that. I've never been good at shooters at all. And,
yeah, you get sick from them basically, right?
Excuse me. Yeah, and I just got sick now.
Here's an example.
Yeah. First-person shooters make me feel dizzy. I start getting the sweats, and then I feel nauseous. But like third-person, like Gears, for instance, or even what was that one? No, it wasn't Rainbow Six. I don't remember what it was, but there was one other one that I could play that was fine. But yeah, the first person ones kill me.
I thought I remembered we had talked about the Ghost Recon games at some
And I
point.
think maybe it was Ghost Recon. Well, there was no was it Ghost Recon? The one where you're a spy.
Well, there's Splinter Cell
What
too.
was it? What was that?
Splinter Cell?
Splinter Cell. Yeah, I could play that, but that's not really a shooter. That's more of a sneaking game.
Yeah, stealth stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, if you get sick, don't play them. It's not worth it. It's
right.
not going to be helpful for you. But yeah, stuff like this is cool. I like strategy games, and you can play Teamfight Tactics, which is one of the popular ones that is free. It's from the same guys who make League of Legends, so they're flush with cash, and anybody can play them. So that's
Cash, like John Ralphio.
exactly, yeah. And there's another popular PC game right now called Nowhere Profit, which is a card game tied to a randomly generated map game with like a cool narrative about post-apocalyptic wasteland and stuff. It's getting super, super high scores. So look up a trailer for Nowhere Profit, see if it's the right PC game for you, and those are my picks for that platform. And I put together some notes for mobile because there's a new Dr. Mario game out. Dr. Mario
For
World.
mobile?
Yeah, is available on
ingenious.
iOS. I don't know if it's coming to Android or not, but I know it's out for iOS, and unfortunately, it's just like Candy Crush.
I mean, those are the most popular mobile games, are the games like Candy Crush, because how many Candy Crush clones are there, you know?
Right, it's so funny to see Nintendo jump on that bandwagon because everybody went, oh, why doesn't Nintendo get into mobile? And then they do it like this, and it's like, go back, Nintendo.
Yeah, and I mean, Dr. Mario was one of those really fun games that, like, what did it come out? Early 90s, maybe, that anybody can play. And that's probably
Right.
the smartest move for a mobile game for Nintendo to do, is something like a Dr. Mario. And then, of course, they'll have get extra credits for $5.99, so pay to play. I bet it makes money for them.
It is just like that. And my recommendation is if you love Dr. Mario old school like I do and like you do, you can play that in the Nintendo Switch online service, which puts out old school games like Nintendo early, like I think it's strictly NES right now, but you can play those old games there, or you can play Dr. Mario on the NES Mini. So
Yeah.
so this if this is not for you, maybe that's for you. And there's also a really cool game called Sky Children of the Light, excuse me, that's getting like super high ratings and stuff. It's I think it's a better example of what's possible with mobile gaming. I like to see that kind of stuff. Like, this doesn't have to be a little microtransaction machine where you just hook up your credit card and give away all your money. I think that's going to be a cool thing for people to see.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about it. If
Yeah,
you look at
when we did the show, I was going to mention something about. I keep going back to when we did the show, the old Nightfall show. Mobile gaming is huge. 5 years ago, we talked about the numbers, how there were more women playing, or more women gamers, and we suggested a lot of it was mobile gaming. Do you do any mobile game? I don't.
I do a little bit, and that's why I took interest in when locally here in Missouri we had a politician come forward and say, I'm going to get new laws passed so you game developers can't prey on these children and stuff. And they used Candy Crush as an example, so I had to tweet back to this guy. I'm like, that's a little disingenuous because the average Candy Crush player is a 43-year-old woman. So if you want to come down on us, let's there are things in the game industry and design practices I absolutely don't approve of. But we got to talk about them realistically, I think.
Yeah.
But when I'm doing mobile gaming, I like Clash Royale. That's a fun one. And I like to try to find small games from indie developers who aren't trying to gouge everybody.
What's Flash Royale?
Clash Royale is from the makers of
okay.
Clash of Clans. It's the second game they made for, well, not the second game, but it's the follow-up to Clash of Clans. It's cool if you got friends playing it. It's all right. It's a strategy game.
Yeah, I do actually. I was Force Arena that I played, but they shut it down out of nowhere a couple months ago, which oddly enough freed up a lot of time for me.
I know. They do that. When I was at GDC a year ago, I was talking to somebody who is associated with Microsoft because they offer these cloud services, pardon me, for game developers. And he says, this stuff is so automated and so just fully featured. We have game developers go out of business and these games keep making money completely unattended sometimes. He says there are some games, they just say, we'll let this thing stop paying for itself and then they'll shut it down. Sometimes they keep going for a long time, but they shut down all the time.
That's creepy.
It's a fully automated, creepy ghost world in these machines.
Ghost in the machine. Well, is there anything else you got for us, Todd?
That is all I got for you now. I wanted to keep it tight for this first week, and I'm glad you guys are doing this, and I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're a part of it. Todd is one of the founders, because I'm the other one, of the original Nightfall Unlimited. Yeah. Todd, we got to get you a new shirt, bro.
That's nice. I like it.
What color? I'm going to get you one.
What colors you got? I like that.
Any color you want.
Oh, man. Yeah, I like red. Red's awesome.
Okay. I'll get you red, and then we'll have a hookup soon.
I appreciate
Kids
it.
Kids are getting ready to go back to school. I'll have Fridays free again, so you let me know.
Oh, here's a bonus for you.
Uh-oh.
There's a new Samurai Showdown game out. You know where I first played Samurai Showdown?
Where?
Bert's Truck Wagon.
There we go. Tie it together.
Got him.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming by. I'll definitely get you a shirt. Just text me the size you want. Free on the house. I'll take care of it all.
I love it. I'll do that.
So I may throw in an Unparalleled comic shirt for you too.
I would love that as well.
Yes. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on. We're gonna probably wrap it up with a couple of comic book suggestions. You want to hang out or you want to bounce? What do you want to do?
Just because it got so late, I better bounce. But I'll hang out later next time.
Yeah. Thanks again for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you guys. Have fun.
All right.
All right.